Hey, everybody, welcome back to Morning Talk with Mike and Paul. I'm Big Mike,
And I'm Fathead Paul.
and you're fat. Paul. Hey, I'm glad you guys are in here. Hey, if you want to join us on panel for today's discussion, I do have the link pinned at the top. Just click that, put your name in there, make sure I can see your face when you go into the green room, and I will bring you up. Today, we're going to be talking about a country divided. Okay, if you've seen the thumbnail, um, basically it starts at the U.S. Capitol, and it goes down to the streets. People are so divided in this country, and some people, like Forrest Gump said, sometimes there's just not enough rocks to throw. But the other one side is finding concrete and rocks and bottles and Motel cocktails. They're doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and
It's
they're
about time
finding,
they started throwing grenades.
yeah, and they're finding out. Oh, we got a big echo.
Do we?
We're yeah, we're finding out that there is.
What about now?
I don't think I hear it now. The president has given DHS and Border Patrol free reign. If you touch a federal officer, you're getting cuffed and stuffed. And then you're going to go in front of a federal judge, and then you're going to be paying a hefty fine each and every time they nab you. So the violence is not needed. You can protest all you want, but as soon as you start acting a fool, and it's open season on Antifa.
About time.
I've watched video after video. I mean, they're going after these guys. And guys,
We know cotton.
you do not. If you see those guys in your protest, it's time to leave because all hell's going to break loose. But that's what we're going to talk about is this government shutdown and what this divide is going to do right now to people who need the government support. Okay.
Do we know cotton?
Do what?
Do we know cotton 4919?
Cotton?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see their picture there.
I'm sure that's somebody that we know.
You might want to click on it and go over to their channel and see who they are.
Well, I'm on that bloody thing that you go on.
Oh, StreamYard?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've had to close my YouTube down to get rid of the echo.
okay. Well, let me see. Go to channel. Oh, that's Melva and Donnie.
Thank you. I knew that profile
Melva and
picture.
Donnie. Good friends of ours. So anyway, let's say hello to some people in here. Paul came in at 8:01.
Came in again.
There's Tamara at Heartland headquarters with Dink and Tank.
He's being nice. He's up to something.
There's Wendy over at Hardneck Farms. Remember, she goes live every Wednesday at 7:00 Central Standard Time. So check her out.
Now you always tell me off for checking your women out.
Let's see. Hey, Philip W. Ryder. Welcome in, brother. And yes, there is Melva and Donnie over at Cotton 4919. Well, we got our dear friend Dana Mason in here.
I hope she's doing well.
Yes, we pray for her every single day.
Yes.
There's the Bud Files. Good morning to you. Rebecca Touched by Yarn.
Mary Moe. Charlene Grady.
There's Charlene Grady. Kentucky Bluegrass Living.
Yeah. Top of the morning to you. I'm not Irish.
There's Mary Mo. Welcome in.
Hi, Gilly. You know,
there's Daniel, our friend over there. I met him over on Mern's Pacquiao, her channel.
Kentucky did tell me his name once. He's going to have to tell me again.
We'll just call him the Bandit. Hey, Gilly, welcome in. And good morning to you.
You call him the Bandit. I'll just call him a pain in the ass.
Oh. Oh, wow. If nothing happens,
White Rock Nation.
In the hospital in a little while. All right.
A bloke is a fella, as in a man.
White Rock Nation. They should be on the road or already to their destination, I think. They told us last night they're going on vacation.
Yep, and they're heading down to Galveston to get the ferry.
Yep. Well, I don't know if it's a ferry. It's a
boat.
It's a big ass boat. Yeah. Wish I was on it. I'd leave Terrie and go on a cruise.
And there's the beautiful Smurfette. Good morning, Ann.
And there's Big Wave, Florida. Welcome in.
Newman family, welcome.
Coffee Walks and whatever, the man with the perfect goatees in here. I'm going to grow one of those when I become a man.
What a goatee.
A good goatee. There's Newman family.
Good morning, Rice Lewis.
Our beautiful friend there, Smurfette. Annie Ann, welcome in.
My daughter.
Your daughter?
Yes, my daughter. I'm Papa Smurf.
Oh. All right. So we are driving still 4.5 hours left, says White Rock Nation.
Hello, everyone.
Rice Lewis, welcome in, Rice. Mr. Lewis, they call him. Hopefully Terrie's surgery is scheduled. Not yet. They're still working on the paperwork. We told them don't contact us to make an appointment until you got 100% guaranteed my insurance company is going to pay for it. And that's my insurance company from my military retirement, which is TRICARE. TRICARE oversees it, but our insurance company, the contractor for TRICARE, is Humana. So,
I don't need to shave my legs or my armpits.
We said hello to Charlene Grady. I drove some of our fellow mates to a motel in Sigonella a few years back. And they said a jolly good day, mate.
Have a jolly good day, mate. Yep. That sounds like a flight crew.
There you go. There's Shade Tree Cook. Welcome in. Oh, that's James.
Yeah, James Hall.
Is he starting a channel?
Yes.
That's the name of it, Shade Tree Cook?
Yep, he doesn't measure nothing. He just throws it in the pot.
Oh, there you go.
Good morning, Arlene.
Miss Arlene is here. Yes, she is. All right, so we're at the bottom. We got 22 people in here. Good to see you guys.
Please hit that thumbs up.
Yes,
But
please.
any way he can keep doing this.
So, guys, these children that we sent to Washington that can't agree upon nothing. I remember in the last couple of years, they've had CRs come up and we didn't shut down the government. Uh, the Democrats were in charge at that time, and we didn't shut down the government because it was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do. They do the temporary CRs when they don't agree upon something. So voting on a clean CR so you can still talk to each other. And this CR was going until from 1 October to the 20th of November. So they would have time to do their arguing, speech, agree upon everything, and then vote on the final CR. But the Dems are not willing to do that. Chuck Schumer is not willing to do that. I don't know if he's because last time he gave in and his voting base thinks he's weak or whatever, and he's going up against AOC in the next Senate race. So I don't know if that's his driving point to stick to his guns and fight against the Republicans that hold the majorities. I don't know. It's good to go in the House of Representatives. It's good to go.
Bill.
And quite a few Democrats down in the House sided with a clean CR in order to talk more. But the Senate's not, because you have to have 60 votes in the Senate in order to pass anything, and nobody has 60 seats. Okay, I think we have 52, 53, so we have the majority, but we can't get that 7 or 8 more people. The only person that's voting for a clean CR is Fetterman out of Pennsylvania. Okay, and he's more of the middle of the road Democrat. Okay. And that's what we need more of. Those middle of the road people can talk. It's those extreme left and right that don't want no talking. They just try to bull their way through. And that's not a good way, right? And yeah, I mean, there's stupid things in the CR that the Democrats want. Okay. And having over, I think it was, I can't remember what it was billions of dollars towards migrant health care. And I don't want to pay for that. They're already, if they got a cold, they go to the emergency room, they got to be seen. And who picks up the bill? We do. Okay. And that's going out of control. But you got to concern yourself, number one, what agencies would be affected by a government shutdown? Well, the shutdown's here, guys. It's already taking place. There are 9 federal departments affected by the shutdown. Homeland Security is going to run out of funding. Treasury, the people that manage our money. Agriculture, the Interior, HUD, Justice, Commerce, Transportation, and the state funding, meaning they're not sending money down to your state. Okay. In addition, numerous critical smaller independent agencies, including the EPA, the Small Business Administration, and NASA, are affected by this. Okay. There's no money train going to these places. What benefits are affected by a government shutdown? Now, if you're somebody struggling, okay, and you depend on government programs to help you and your family out, funding for WIC, the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women and Infants and Children, will run out of the remaining funding quickly and may unable to provide food for children and parents in need. Supplement Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, you know, that little credit card you get, benefits may also be affected in this case of a prolonged shutdown. Okay, so those programs, before they shut down a vital area, they're going to shut down all those benefit areas within the federal government. So, you know, and then you got to look at our military. All right. The military is not going to get a paycheck if this continues. Now, they will recoup those guys once they pass a CR, and they'll make it up. But depending on how long this shutdown goes, even if you go 30 days and you have no money to pay your bills as a soldier, you know, lenders don't give a crap. Okay. They don't care. They want their money. Okay. You still got to pay your rent. And if there's no money to pay the rent, okay, and you can't just walk off the job because they have a contract on you. Okay. So that's a big problem. Okay. You're asking people to put their life on the line, but because these kids up in Washington can't agree on something, those people have to suffer. Okay. But once it gets passed again, they will recoup whatever they lost, but it doesn't help them in the meantime. It doesn't help them feed their kids, their family, pay their bills, all that stuff. And then, of course, you get a 30-day notice. You didn't pay stuff. You get a 60-day notice. It goes on your credit report, and it just keeps tumbling and tumbling and tumbling. All right. Let me see.
Wouldn't let me send the whole thing in one go.
The politicians, yeah. And that's the whole thing. Nowhere in my research, and I went to senator and congressman's website for the information on both sides. I went to the AP to see what was going on. I went to Fox News. I went to CNN, and I pulled all this stuff where everybody agrees on the same thing. So I figured if I got 3 agencies, neutral, left and right, and then the senators putting their stuff out, if I can extrapolate from that, and yes, that is a big word for me, and put this together so I have the correct information. All right. But yeah, one of the things that some congressman said, and I think the president backed it up, that why don't we need to pass something that says, hey, if we go into a shutdown, the first people not getting paid is the people that make law, which is our Congress, both House and Senate.
Yeah.
They shouldn't get a paycheck. They're not doing their job. Okay. They're fighting like children on a school ground. So yeah. And then I seen something that the president had said is he wants the Senate or the House to draft up a bill for the House and Senate on term limits again. And he wants 6 years for the House, and he wants 12 years for the Senate, and you're done. You can't come back in. Now, what is the chance that the House and Senate are going to pass that? I don't think it has a chance in hell to ever pass. They're the ones who make the law. Why would they want to put limits on them? That's actually absolute bullcrap, BS. You know, they should have a vote on the next
Hello,
election,
Mindy.
whether it's midterm or, whatever, let the people vote. Because obviously these people that we send up there are not looking out for the best interest of you. They're looking at whatever their thoughts are.
Whatever they can grab.
Yeah, exactly. So that to me is just BS. Hey, there's Merns Pacquiao. Good morning.
I could scratch our back. I've got nails.
The government will just get their money some other way because it's all about them and screw the American people. Yeah. And that's what it seems like. Absolutely, guys. Hey, there's Alaska Bill, AK Bill at My Alaska. Welcome in, brother. Well, yeah, everybody should have a, 90 to 6 month emergency fund. I know Terry does. She won't let me touch it. She has it in another bank and I can't touch it. And that emergency funds is, what if the air conditioner goes out? What if the government?
What if the bank's closed down?
You got to remember something. For me, I take interest in this because everything I get as far as income comes from my federal service. My military retirement, my
all that time you spent bent over that desk,
civilian government service, and then my VA, and of course my Social Security. All that is tied in to the government.
Yeah.
So
and they've still got you bent over that desk.
They do. Cut off politician shacks who are making plenty of money. Yeah, somehow they go in a normal person, and then by the time their first thing, I was about to say enlistment, is over with, they're millionaires. And how do they do that? Because they know what's going on before you do.
Well, look at AOC. She started off as a bloody old, I wouldn't say a barman. That's insulting to barman. But she worked in a bloody old bar as a server.
Yeah, she was a bartender.
That's insulting to tenders.
Yeah.
She can't even have her own thoughts, and she's supposed to be smart. And yet she goes into politics with basically nothing.
Yeah.
And now she's worth over 14 million.
Yeah.
Where the hell did that come from?
They got their fingers deep in some pockets.
Yeah, well, it's about time somebody started putting mousetraps in them buckets.
Yeah, and you have every right to be pissed off, Wendy. Every right. Everybody does. When you start screwing with people's livelihoods,
they don't care because it doesn't affect them.
Yeah. Good morning, Mike.
Yes, but Avita, he was clever about that.
Hello, Ed. Good morning to you.
Hi, Ed.
Say hello to Jovita Navarro. There's our friend Minty Cactus. She talked about this yesterday, and she's pissed off. Oh, my Lord. Yeah. Politicians acting like children. Absolutely. Yeah. The Republican said they would work without. Dems, however, said that it is voluntary. I don't know what that means. I must have missed something somewhere. Is that right? Over there, they're refusing to allow doctors, first responders, and armed forces pay raises to match inflation?
They've done that since the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was serving, the politicians would give themselves 2.4%
Yeah.
pay rise every year. We got 0.7%.
Yeah.
And that's when I was serving. Now, fair enough, we were getting a basic bocce driver, which is what I was, the same as a private was getting with my specials. I was getting £770 a month.
Yeah.
That's a month.
I agree with Minty Tack. There's no way they'll pass term limits. There's no way in hell they will ever pass that.
There's Jody Young.
Somehow, some way back when, they made it so a president can only serve 2 terms. So, but they have control over that. But nobody has control over the House and the Senate except them.
That's where they messed up.
Yeah.
Anybody that served more than 3 terms should be kicked out.
Hello, Eligio. Welcome in. There's
I hope
Shirley.
you're doing well, Jody. Shirley De La Cruz.
Yeah, I seen that. Hakeem said he wouldn't. He didn't even want to entertain that question. All right, he didn't, and that was one. Who was that? It was a liberal channel. I think CNN had him on there. Now I've been watching CNN to get, like Paul Harvey said, the rest of the story or the other story, and some of these interviewers are catching these Democratic politicians over there. I mean, they're walking off the interview. They're ending interviews because they don't like the questions, because their anchor base is now questioning them. And I think it's rightfully so, because in this CR that the Senate put out, besides the health care for migrants, they also want funding for liberal news agencies because they're failing. Nobody's watching. People don't want to put commercials on there. That's a big part of their income. Okay, is buying airtime, and it's not happening. So yeah. We the people need to say enough. Let's fight. Yeah.
And I could see it. I could see it coming soon, because I honestly believe the American people are ready for another revolution.
Yeah. There's actually a term limit for serving in the military. I mean,
yes.
You can't go past this age. Okay.
Yeah. And yet they've got senile bastards like that Bernie Sanders.
Yep, he was one of them that talked about term limits, and rightfully so, because he's ready to retire anyway. He's going to go on and do something better than what he's doing. I think he may run for governor of the state of Texas, but we'll see. Yeah, they only have to serve the 4-year term and get full benefits. Yeah. Hello, Yan Yan. Welcome in. Yeah, absolutely. They're forgetting about that.
I think it's about time the fire brigade were let loose.
Hello, Lynn. Welcome in.
Fill up the fire trucks with farm slurry, and every time there's a riot, send them down there and just hose the dirty bastards.
Yep, he did. He's been the first person to ever hit $5 billion in equity.
He got there through smarts, not dipping his hands in back pockets.
Yeah. Yeah. Big Pharma owns them, guys. Absolutely. I agree. Hello,
Yeah,
Carlo. Welcome in.
I've been watching your Congress channels on YouTube. There was one of them is actually fighting against farmers, pharmaceutical companies. That they shouldn't be allowed in politics. There's the what was it he said?
You're right, Wendy.
Oh, I've had a brain fart.
Hey, Sanjay. Welcome in, my brother.
It was saying they've got too much power, and the people that are supposed to be governing them are actually ruled by them.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't subscribed to Sanjay, he goes live every day for several hours. And it is a watch and grow live. So go over there and check it. Last time I seen it, he's got like 1,300 and something lives that he has helped out channels and stuff. So go over there and check out Sanjay. He is a good friend of ours and a good supporter of ours, and we thank him. Roadkill Ron.
He snuck in. I didn't see him.
You didn't see him? Hey, I seen something Paul didn't see.
Yeah, you got there first.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm going to see the doctor.
So here are some common questions that people have asked senators. What government services and programs are impacted during the government shutdown, and what effect does it have on the public? A government shutdown, whether partial or full, impacts a variety of service and program. It would force hundreds of thousands of federal workers to be furloughed and impact national parks, nutrition assistance programs, housing assistance, some Social Security, and some Medicare benefits, veterans claims, and other services that people rely on. Okay. Like it said, some programs within Medicare may be affected because they're funded separately, and that money will run out because there's not a steady stream going in there each and every month. Okay. So veterans will not see, they're saying, will not see their VA checks stopped. Okay. But we'll talk about later some of the things that you will see stopped or that they have started stopping. Okay. So, hey, Okie Edens, welcome in. How you doing? Next question was, what government services and program remain uninterrupted during the shutdown? During a government shutdown, essential services related to national security and public safety, like inpatient and emergency medical care, okay, air traffic control, law enforcement, border patrol security, disaster aid, and power grid maintenance continue. These, although they may face disruption during that, because I worked for the government for 45 years, and there's certain things that are funded certain ways. You got congressional funding, which pays all the paychecks and stuff like that. Okay. And that comes down every quarter. Okay. Remember, 1 October is the start date of the government fiscal year, and that's how they operate. Okay. So they're living off the funding that they received in September. All right. And their next one, they won't see until around somewhere towards the end of December, and it floods back in. Well, this shutdown will hurt, and that's why they do furloughs. Furloughs first affects the temporary positions. So if you took a position within the government, and there's hundreds and thousands of them, okay, that says not to exceed 1 year, not to exceed 2 years or 18 months, and not to exceed 2 years. So those are the three levels. So if you fall inside of there, you're the first one out the door. Okay. You're the first one out the door because they make them temporary position. They've already reached their quota of the number of people on their MTO that they can have, but they're saying, hey, we're so busy or this and that. And so they put in a request for temporary hires to fill positions that they need because they're overwhelmed or whatever. I don't know. But that's how it works. But those are given limits. And once you hit your 18 months, I mean, during that 18 months, you're probably saying, I'm already in, and it's easier for me to go find another job somewhere else because I'm already a government employee. And then I can go to permanent status. Okay. So people fight for that all the time. And they're the first ones to go. Then if they're saying, hey, man, shit's hitting the fan, we need to look at our non-essential people. Okay. That means people that are in positions like ground maintenance, you know, the guys who mow the installations or the grounds and stuff like that, contractors. All right. If you have a contract with the government to do maintenance, if to do whatever, you may be temporarily stopped, and all the people that work for you is furloughed because they need to save that money that they got to pay the permanent employees. So it really does. It affects a lot of people. And the normal person that doesn't know anything about the federal government, but if you know business, if you're not making money or the money's not coming in, you have to let people go before you go bankrupt. Okay. So there's that one. The next one, what happens to federal employees during a shutdown? I just explained that. Federal employees from shutdown agencies are either furloughed, prohibited from work and unpaid, or require a work without pay if their roles are deemed essential to public safety. So you could be a mission essential person, and they say you got to come to work, but we can't
go to work if I ain't getting paid.
We can't pay you, and if you refuse that, you're gone. They can process you.
Fine, bye.
Yeah, I mean that's the way it goes. While Congress has traditionally approved retroactive pay for these employees once the government reopens, this does not prevent the immediate financial difficulties that employees will face. And we talked about that earlier when you don't have the money to pay your bills and it just gets ugly. Okay. So that's something people need to know, what your government employees are going through. Hey, I seen, there's Rainy Ridge.
Yes.
And
Ronnie, there's Kerry.
I am a government contractor. We are doing a software upgrade. Doge told the major to do the upgrades the same way I suggested to that major. Yeah.
There's Kerry.
There's Virginia Alexander.
Oh, yes, and I hope she's doing well.
Yeah, they do. They pay later.
But I strongly believe that any politician, if they decide to close Congress, they should be the first ones whose pays stop.
I agree. Yeah, and I do too. But see,
They're paying themselves for doing nothing.
Here's the thing. The whole time I was in the military, there was never a government shutdown. And that was from 1979 to 2001. There was never a government shutdown, okay, that I ever heard about, that we were affected by, or anything. It just seems lately in the last, I don't know, since 2008, that it's getting worse and worse. It's getting worser, okay? Worser. All right.
I don't think we've ever had a shutdown.
And
I don't think we can.
I truly blame it on both sides, because neither side will freaking budge. Okay. And that's not good.
Okay? No. You're wrong.
Why am I wrong? Please retort.
Because them liberals tried to do a backstab job and it didn't work. So they got the bloody old, threw the spoons out the window and they've gone in a pissy fit and throwing shit against the walls. All because the American people do not want to pay, as the British do not want to be paying for illegal immigrants to get as much as they can. And it's coming out of their pocket.
Yeah.
Because them politicians ain't coughing up pistol.
Yeah.
They're paying themselves way too much and they're not giving nothing back.
Yeah. I read an article that somebody, I can't remember who it was. It's somebody I've never heard of, but they write a column for the New York Times, said that Trump, as a humanitarian, and he's portraying himself as a humanitarian by getting involved in stopping the wars that had been going on, and so on and so forth.
That's not humanitarian. That's good for business.
Saying that use the tariff money to support illegal immigrants in the United States, since it wasn't the American taxpayers that paid the tariffs. It was other countries that are paying us to bring their stuff in. And that was one way. But Trump already said his first thing he's doing is he's directed the Treasury to work with the agricultural secretary to fund our farmers. Okay. Farmers are shipping their stuff out of the United States to other countries because they get a higher dollar on their yield. Okay. Which makes us import from Mexico and other countries the same thing that is being shipped out of the United States. So, just me thinking, if the government gives you money, that means they got a stranglehold on your neck.
Yep.
And they'll say, hey, we're subsidizing you. You sell yours in U.S. markets. Keep that here. So the more we put into the U.S. market, the less we have to import from other countries. Now, that would seriously put a hurting for certain on Mexico, Central America, and South America. I mean, it would put a hurting on them. Okay? So, if you dance with the devil or whatever, I mean, that's the way it goes. Once you get the money,
you get your ass burned.
Because they'll pull that money and stop that money train, and then you'll say, oh my God, it was a sudden cutoff. So you have to do what you're told when you receive that money. Now, if you're a farmer says, go get bent, I'm doing just fine, then that's great. But there's a lot of farmers that's not doing great. Okay. Yeah. When was the last time anybody thanked a farmer? Okay. Those guys are some working SOBs, and they should be thanked just like our military. And I agree. If we raise food, feed Americans. Okay. You're not paying for the shipment all the way from Central America or whatever the case is. You're not paying for all that stuff. You're paying from Iowa, or you're paying from Kansas or whatever. So you gotta look at it that way. All right. Holler and Hunt. Started my career working for Medicare. I started as a temp and then hired into the permanent as a government contractor. Basically, a government employee's best job, and trained me as well. Yeah. Hey, Butt Nugget. There is Brett. Welcome in, brother.
I can't pop a wheelie in a bin.
Hello, beautiful lady. Hey, did they ever get that light, flag, alarm, whatever situation fixed at your place? Because that would be annoying, that damn thing going off. Carrie. Everybody said hello to Carrie.
Oh, I already have.
Wish her a great day.
I wish her that every day.
I hadn't seen Carrie for a while, and when I seen her, before I would hug Carrie, I get this big old warm hug. This time I wrapped my arms around her, and I was like this, and I was scratching my back. She's lost a lot. She's looking good. I mean, she looked good before. Don't get me wrong. But yeah,
she did look good before.
She's really small now. She looks. I mean, I don't know if you've seen Lisa at Lazy Days Ahead before and after.
Oh yeah, she's looking good.
Yeah, Carrie's looking good, guys. I'm telling you.
You mean Carrie's going to get me into trouble as well?
Yeah. Give illegals ER healthcare, but put ICE in every ER.
Yeah. Undercover.
Just put a sign out there, emergency room protected by ICE, and see how much that healthcare bill goes down, right?
That's something I'd pay to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kerry running after chickens.
Like Rocky. Come on, catch that chicken.
Yeah. Well, she's going to be in a store.
Even out there telling her, catch that chicken. Let's see. Schumer's shutdown shenanigans are forcing taxpayers to pay $400 million a day for 750. Yeah.
She had to get a fishing net. Personally, they shut it down. They should bloody pay for it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm telling you. There's Rebecca. Okay, I'm going to get to the Social Security part here in a bit. I just want to make sure I look at everybody's comments. I'm growing my own food. Yeah, and that's smart. That's smart. You know?
If you can do that, that's very smart.
And the post is grow your own food and then can your own food. Okay? That's the secret. Okay? Grow enough so you can to get you through the winter and all that stuff. Start your spring garden, all right, your summer garden, then your fall garden for your fall plants and stuff like that. When you got that done, you can bypass all that canned food stuff, or frozen peas or frozen whatever. It's all the mowing and running after chickens. There you go. Little cardio. Little cardio.
She said she says further down that she had to get a fishing net.
There you go. Absolutely.
I'm moving over to Kerry.
Yeah, I agree. So here's the next one. What is the impact of the government shutdown on public and U.S. economy? The shutdown are detrimental to both the public, who face service and program disruptions, and federal employees who are either furloughed or required to work without pay. Moreover, they pose a significant strain on the government resources. Social Security. Social Security, the question is, will my Social Security payment be affected by the shutdown? The answer right now is no. A shutdown does not impact payments of Social Security benefits, including disability income or retirement income. Social Security benefits are paid out of a trust fund that is not subject to congressional appropriation and is considered mandatory spending. Benefits payments benefit payments will still be dispersed, not disrupted, dispersed, though through, wow, they didn't write that right. In previous shutdown benefits verifications and card issuance service, whoever wrote this, and I didn't write it, I just copied and pasted it. This can cause delays. It can cause a delay in receipt or having entitlements claims processed. Next question about Social Security. I lost my Social Security card. Can I request a replacement card? Yes, the Social Security office will continue to issue original and replacement Social Security cards in the event of a government shutdown, but you should expect delays because they do everything. They're not just there doing cards, they're doing claims, they're doing payments, they're doing all kinds of stuff, interviews and things like that. Will the Social Security office continue having hearings and receiving application? The short answer is yes. The Social Security office plans on continue hearing and deciding cases as scheduled, as well as processing applications for benefits, including appointments, corrections, requests for appeals, and post-entitlement actions. So there you go. You will receive it. There may be a delay of some sort because remember, it's affecting the Treasury, it's affecting the post offices, it's all that stuff. Your mail handlers, they may say, hey, you guys got to go. You were the last ones in. You're the first ones out until we get this under control. So there may be delays in that. Okay. Paul, you are not going to get her to fly over there to take care of you. Crazy. Hey, fuel stop. There you go.
See you in a bit.
All right. Healthcare. If I receive,
you missed the one I posted before that.
Huh?
You missed the one I posted before that.
Oh, okay.
Trump Trump needs to implement a presidential order stopping all politicians' pay during a shutdown.
Yeah, but I don't think he has the power to do that because their pay is congressionally mandated and the executive branch does not have control over them. Okay? The legislative branch, they don't have control over that. That's why they're three separate but equal parts of the government. So I don't think he can do that to them. Healthcare. If I receive my healthcare through Medicare, Medicaid Advantage, or Medicare itself, Medicare Advantage, or Medicaid, can I still receive care? The answer is yes. Existing Medicare, Medicaid, and the Medicare Advantage patients can still see their healthcare provider, and those providers can continue to submit bills and receive payment for the services as long as there's money to be had within those services. Will I be able to file a Medicare claim during the 2019 shutdown? There was no disruption in the process and payment of Medicare claims. Will federally qualified healthcare centers continue to operate? They will operate day-to-day operations, will depend on clinics' individual funding, and you should contact your preferred healthcare center for further guidance. So that is some of the things that people are really worried about, and I get it. There are federal assistance and programs. How will the shutdown impact my federal student loan? In the event of a government shutdown, there could be some disruption to student aid and loan programs, such as processing fee applications for federal student aid, FAFSA, dispersing Pell Grants and federal direct student loans, and servicing federal student loans. If you have a federal loan, you should continue to make your payments on time. They may not be able to pay it, but you better keep paying your student loans back, okay? Because we lent it to you. We, the taxpayer, lent it to you, all right? Will I still be able to receive and use SNAP? We talked about that earlier. It says yes until and if funding is still available. Okay. So remember, when you take SNAP to a store and let's say, oh, I'm buying stuff, and then they have to get, the retailer wants to make sure they get their money. So I don't know if they're.
Stop doing this because I think you're telling me off.
Am I? So yeah, I mean, it says for if the shutdown lasts more than 30 days, there could be a bigger impact on the SNAP program because of the U.S. Department of Agriculture not getting funded. Okay. Let's see. Now, for you veterans, if there's veterans out there or there's surviving spouses of veterans, hey, Donna, good morning to you. And there's Ace, good morning to you. All right. So the following critical veteran care and assistance programs will be impacted by the government shutdown. The VA will not provide veteran career counseling or transition assistance program activities. The GI Bill hotline will be closed. The VA Regional Benefits Office will be closed. The VA will cease public affairs and outreach to veterans. The VA will not permanently place headstones or maintain the grounds at the national cemeteries. The VA will not process applications for pre-needed burials. The VA will not print new presidential memorial certificates. So all those services are out. Thankfully, the government shutdown will not impact the following VA. Veterans health care is not impacted. VA medical centers, outpatient clinics, and vet centers will be open. VA benefits will continue to be processed and delivered, including compensation, pension, education, and housing benefits, because they get all their money at the beginning of the year. Burials will continue at the VA national cemeteries. Applications for headstones, markers, and burial benefits will be processed at a later time. The Board of Veterans Appeals will continue decisions on veterans cases. VA contact centers and the Veterans Crisis Line will be opened. Okay. So it is more than grown people arguing over, the CR, continuing resolution. It's more than that, guys. It affects a lot of lives. It affects a lot of taxpayers. It affects people that paid into the retirement system. It affects people that paid into Medicare and certain.
Do you know who it doesn't affect?
What's that?
Do you know who it doesn't affect?
The politicians.
Yep, the bastards that started it.
Yeah. My advice, this is just me. If you have a senator or a congressman up there and you go online, I would send him a letter saying, I'm not happy with this. Okay. Nobody can be happy with this. I don't care what side you're on. Okay. You are screwing with people's livelihoods. Okay. You are screwing. You got that echo again, Paul. You are screwing with day-to-day operations in America that we can't afford to lose. Okay. And as a taxpayer and as an American, everybody should be pissed. Okay. You should be pissed to no end. I know I am. Okay. To see grown people argue and lie. Okay. And
just
lie.
To get what they want.
And they don't even realize they're lying. They really, if they say it enough, they think that it's true. Okay. But this is a bunch of BS. And everybody should be pissed off. Hey, Mr. Right. Fabricate, welcome in.
Mike, is the echo still there?
No.
All I did was move my speakers forward.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, you should be pissed.
Yeah. But I saw have you seen Yellowstone?
Yes.
I've seen clips of it. My favorite clip is when Governor John Dutton goes in and he's sitting there talking to the politician that was sitting in his chair who wants to protect the sage grouse, but he's stripping the land to put solar in.
Yeah.
And he turns around and he says, what scares me most is you actually believe the shit that's coming out your mouth.
Yeah.
That's it. You're all sacked.
Hey, cutie. Beautiful Lacey's in here.
Yes.
Hey, cutie. Thank you, Paul.
Not you. Lacey knows
me. Okay.
No.
I didn't see nobody's name, so I was going to claim it.
Yeah, you can try claiming that all you like, but I swing the other way.
So
I got asked by my council the other day. Now, this is going to put me in the back of their repair books, but because I'm a white English man who's heterosexual. As soon as you mention you're white, Christian, heterosexual, you go to the back of the queue.
I was going to say something that was on the tip of my tongue. If you're not having sex, are you really heterosexual?
Hey, I've still got two hands. And I'm ambidextrous.
Oh, my Lord. Yes, I said that, guys.
I don't care.
Hey, welcome in. Militaria 1918. Welcome in.
And I believe it's about time the military took roots.
Yeah. Hey, did you wow, we put out a video on the rendezvous and it is doing really, really well. I think last time I seen it was over 12,000 views. I said, wow.
I do every time.
It's crazy.
Paul, just think of it as getting a stranger. Lefty, meet righty.
Well, is that why they call it strange?
Well, it's better than strangle.
His nurse is giving us a side eye. Well, tell your nurse hello for us. Okay. So, yeah. Guys, you're going to hear a bunch of stuff. I mean,
it's unfiltered.
Yeah, this is adult conversation. And if you're offended, Miss Nurse, I am sorry, but morning talks is morning talks. It's where we wake up and you never know what's going to come out our mouths. Okay. We try to get information. We try to hear both sides. I put the link up there. Nobody ever wants to come up and speak their minds because that might,
offend somebody.
Or is it too early in the morning to put your face in front of the camera? That could be something also.
Well, I can tell you this. If I offend you, I don't care. It's that simple. You can offend me. I'm big enough to take it.
I'm giving everybody the platform to come up here and speak their minds.
He does every week. And the only reason I keep coming back is because you lot are too bloody scared. Mike's a teddy bear. I'm the badger.
Well, Wendy, we know that. We know that,
oh, yeah.
Wendy.
And the only way to get Wendy out of the rough is to pull her by the ankles.
He said, I'm still in the rough.
Just grab her through the hedge.
Well, I will tell you right now, Terrie doesn't wake up every morning looking the way she does. Yeah. She would never get in front of the camera without, a little doodah and fixing up.
Terrie's beautiful.
She is.
So's her daughter. And Mike keeps warning me to stay away from both of them. But Brittany wants to meet me.
She did. Brittany wanted. Is Paul coming to the meetup at Lake Texoma?
I wish I could.
I told her, I said, you know what? I'm pretty sure if you bought a ticket, Paul would let you stay at his house.
Well, Brittany's only one person. I could manage that.
Yeah.
I've only got one bed.
And then Paul says if me and Terry comes over there, he knows a good little guest house or hotel we could stay at.
Yeah.
But pretty can stay at his house.
It's not a house, it's a flat.
That's a flat. I'm sorry.
Or as you Yanks say, it's an apartment.
Oh, it's at 22K. I didn't know that. I didn't see it this morning. It's at 22K in views. The only thing I got that is like that is I did a Quail 101 video, and I think it's at 29,000. And I'm putting together a video on Quail 202.
Is that the one where the quail poke the other one's eyes out?
No. This is the one on how to build the cage, what they eat, how to feed them, all that stuff. You know, things that people need to know at the very beginning. And people have been asking me in the comments about doing an advanced, what do you do later? So I'll probably do that, their care and upkeep and all that stuff once you start, and also how you dispatch and clean them. So
Have you seen what Militaria said? You have to have thick skin to work with me. It's all good.
Who said that?
Militaria, 1918. My sister used to call me the silverback. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
From me being 15 all the way up until I was 43 when she stopped talking to me.
Well, I will tell you that there's certain things, and being a YouTube creator, it's all about finding what works. And if you're not getting views as what you want, you might want, man, Paul, that echo. Finding things, and that's what we're exploring. We don't get a bunch of views, I guess, on day to day. Every day you see the same thing, but trying to find those significance. And also, Terri's using Meta AI to she goes in somewhere with Meta AI somewhere to find, you'll upload the video or give it access or do something. I don't know what she does. And then all of a sudden they spit out like 10 or 15 titles that include what top searches are looking for and how it's written out, and you can choose from them and stuff like that. She's doing that. She's using Meta AI to pull shorts out, do thumbnails, to give drafts of thumbnails and what they should look like. So Terry does all that stuff for us.
Hello, who's that? J.K. Stephen.
Hey, J.K. Stephen.
Thinks I'm pretty. I think he needs to go see my optometrist.
Yeah.
Or, as we call him, my optician.
No, I mean it's kind of like the insanity thing, doing the same thing over and over and still getting the same results. You got to change it up and do it a different way, I guess. I don't know.
J.K. Stephen is camping cage free.
Oh,
Kevin.
Hey. How you doing, Kevin?
And there's Mearns Pacquiao.
Mearns Pacquiao. She has a birthday on the 12th of October is her birthday. She's having a live giveaway on her birthday. I am a sponsor of her birthday. I am on MT Homestead. I am a sponsor for her. Jason and I are. over on Sergeant's Talk TV. So yeah, we're sponsoring her giveaway. It's along with some other people too. Daniel's one of them that was in here earlier. He's a sponsor of her birthday. So guys, you got to check it out. It's on the 12th. Go over to her channel and find out when she goes live. I know she always goes live, like it's usually around 6 o'clock in the morning here or something like that, which is then 14 hours later, it's in the middle of the night over there. But it's a good time if you want to go in there and check out Mern's Pacquiao. Absolutely.
Wendy, that's such a nice butt. Why would you want to have anybody else kick it?
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
Stay safe, Tamara. Have a great day.
One day you will get your farm the way you want it, and it'll run a little bit smoother, I hope. And then you'll find time for that. Terrie, she does our videos. I mean, we don't have a farm like you do, but it's good to have two people. I'm filming and she's editing instead of doing everything yourself, plus what needs to be done on the homestead or the farm.
Dink and tank. That's Tamara.
So, Mike, how does the no permit for concealed carry affect the people who don't have a permit and want to carry concealed? Well, if you're in the great state of Oklahoma, we are a constitutional carry state. That means everybody of legal age can conceal.
Including me.
Yeah. If you're an Oklahoma, you're a citizen. So we're a constitutional carry state. I know Arizona is a constitutional carry state. I know Missouri is a constitutional carry state, on and on and on. Check your state. There is also the governor has a program for concealed carry. You'll have to find that that he signs, and it's good in all 32 states that have concealed carry laws. Okay, so you gotta check your governor's office and programs like that. Now, if you're a veteran, I did go on there, and they said, "Hey, send us $29." I said, "Well, it's a constitutional carry state. Why do I need it anyway?" So I didn't get one. I do have one from Colorado. I had to sit through 2 different classes, hit a shooting range, and all that stuff to get my concealed carry when I got over there.
So if I come over there, Mike, do you know any vans that work out of a back alley?
What?
Do you know any vans that work in a back alley where I can pick one up?
A van?
A van that works in a back alley.
Oh, no. Not going to get into that, Paul. All right.
Well, you work for the government. You must know somebody in the armory.
Yeah, I understand. Still working full time and edit memories in our spare time. Still haven't figured out how to quit the day job. Yeah, and I you know what? When I retired, I will tell you that for retirement, I lost from my retirement to what I was making. I will tell you, I lost about $90,000 a year. That was a big adjustment.
I'll bet.
But before I retired, we made sure that we paid off everything we needed to pay off and to have our bills at a certain level where my work retirement, when I retired, covered every last thing there. And that's when I decided to retire from government life. But yeah, almost $90,000 loss in income is a huge decision to make. And a lot of people work until they die because the being afeared of that kind of loss to your income, it for me and Terry took a whole change on how we live. Thank God, we put down enough on that it doesn't hurt us at all. But I'll be glad when we sell the dang place and get into something smaller that just is fit for two people. Because this is, you have to go upstairs and flush the toilets because nobody uses it up there until Brittany or the grandkids come over, or Dave comes over from Come On Homestead, or whoever comes and visits us. They stay in the guest room. Drew and Lindsay, and they want to get away. They come over here, and we absolutely have fun with them. So yeah.
Well, if you get yourself a camper, you've got one. You've got a camper. So now when you go to Come On Homestead, you can park underneath his new shed.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I did watch that this morning. I kind of reminded me of the move of the pig house from here to Arkansas. I'm going to tell you, David needs to change his channel.
I'll move anything.
No, he needs to change his channel from Come On Homesteading to Come On and See how a hillbilly does it. Because
that went smooth.
It did. It actually went pretty smooth. But he had Gary there.
Yeah, he had Gumby on the back.
And Gary is a stickler about making sure everything's right. So that's good. He had adult supervision.
Yeah, Mel on the front and Gary on the back, and Gumby in the back.
Yeah. So, but anyway, guys, and I think they're over at what is it? That beers and barbecue, whatever the biker thing.
Bikers, beers, and barbecues.
Yeah, there you go. That's where they're at now. But anyway, guys, I'm glad you're in here. I hope I gave you some good information on the shutdown. Remember, always do your own research. Find out what's affecting you, and don't take people's word for it. Do what I do. Go and find several sources and then make a conscious decision.
And if you take my word for it,
I've already made my conscious decision that I'm sick and tired of these freaking 2-year-olds up in Washington, D.C. That's the bottom line because Big Mike said so. Okay.
And
I just stole from somebody else.
And if you take my word for it, you're in the deep shit.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend. We love you. And remember, be kind to one another. Help somebody in need. And always think of that. Guys, have a great weekend. And we'll see you on Monday. Monday.
Yes, and hopefully my internet doesn't do what it did last Monday.
That's right. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.